acceptance. So right now, the comparisons are coming in between Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud over their last 15 games. And I think that holds some merit. Now, football isn't played on a stat sheet. That doesn't tell the whole story, but it's starting to give you an idea of the way people's minds are going as far as CJ Stroud is concerned.
I'm happy for the home team, Jacksonville, to get a win. I'm also happy for Trevor Lawrence to be, get his 2 wins early. And I'm also happy for Travis Hunter. They got to get the ball more to Travis Hunter. If he get 1 reception and he get 21 yards, you got to go back to the man. I know he's young, but come on now. Don't be hating on the young fella. We want to see him run it up so he could buy another big house for his beautiful lady and his young family and do well in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Stat, you still from Jacksonville?
Yes, that's never changed.
Okay, I'm just checking because you said you're from Miami one time, so.
No, I lived in Miami. That's the school that I went to, but all my family's in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Really, all my family. I want to go back to Arabia's point really quick because that, to me, is like a hot take, and I kind of want to just get better clarification for it. So are you saying, like, given the last 15 games, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, people feel like Anthony Richardson needs more credit, or are they feeling like I just want a little bit more clarification for that, because I think when some people it might go past their heads, and I heard that, I'm like, wait, I didn't hear that again.
Yeah. So again, if you're just looking at numbers, and numbers don't tell the whole story because football is not played on a stat sheet, but if you look at numbers, specifically their overall record, their total touchdowns, and their interceptions, Anthony Richardson outperforms CJ Stroud in 2 of those 3 categories. And the only difference with the interceptions is that CJ Stroud had 12 interceptions and Anthony Richardson had 13, all in the same span of 15 games. So again, let me make sure I'm getting it right. 8-7 record for Anthony Richardson. CJ Stroud had a record of 6-9. Total touchdowns for Anthony Richardson is 21. For CJ Stroud is 15. Again, there's more that goes into these numbers. These are just numbers on a stat sheet. But it's an interesting comparison that can be made. Meaning, like, if Anthony Richardson got benched and they brought somebody else in to potentially compete for that spot, is that something that the Texans are going to be looking at ahead of CJ Stroud kind of running out of his rookie contract? And if they don't do that, then did AR deserve to be benched, or should they have given him another chance? It's just an interesting comparison between the 2 quarterbacks.
That's really interesting. So according to you, I don't want to put words into your mouth. Do numbers lie to you, or they just don't tell the whole story?
Both. I mean, it happens every single year where someone will bring up numbers of Patrick Mahomes and then some QB2, and it's like, hey, see, like, again, like, numbers don't really.
Bring up numbers.
Not to point any fingers. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that numbers are full encompass the whole story. So the way that Matthew says it is, stats are for losers. Like, numbers are for losers, and people who don't actually play the game only point to numbers. You have to actually watch games. So yeah, numbers lie all the time.
What is that?
Your facial expressions and the faces that you're making says a lot without you saying words. So I'm not going to ask you a follow-up question because I don't got time for that right now. But what I will say is that's an interesting thing. And I think sometimes people forget, like, just because different organizations, they had different careers, but at the end of the day, they both were top 5 quarterback picks for a reason, because that potential and obviously that talent was there. I just think that Anthony Richardson just had obviously a very different journey because he had a lot of injuries in the NFL. But that's an interesting stat, and I want to look more into that. And I know we're saying numbers isn't everything. I get it. You have to watch the games. This is why I'm making the statement that I'm making. But I do want to dive more into that because that's interesting if we go back and start to compare quarterbacks who were drafted and basically like how it started versus how it's going and how things are kind of changing along as the season goes. So I think we'll find more things with that. That's pretty cool.